So it's update time again. It's 2022.24.5. Now, I don't usually do an update video on every single update, only when I think there's some good improvements. And this one has a few ones up its sleeve. So let's check them out. Hey, welcome to the video. So as mentioned, I'm going to go over all of the brand new features, but my car actually jumped straight from 2022.16 to this brand new update. So I'm going to go over all of the features from then until now in case your car has done the same thing. So the first change is a really good one. So we all loved it when Tesla added the blind spot camera, but the main problem with the camera was its position. It was down here on the right hand side of the screen, and it meant when you held the steering wheel and you were turning, you couldn't really see it. Your hand actually covered the monitor. So you can actually move the blind spot camera to 3 different positions. You can have it at the top right, the bottom right, or over the left over the actual map. Now, I don't think any of these 3 positions are absolutely perfect. I prefer to have the camera over the map. Where do you like to have it? Let me know in the comment section below. And I think for future updates, I would like to see Tesla spend more time on this so the UI actually moved around the blind spot camera, so it just fitted in nicely wherever it was positioned. The next change is to the Tesla profiles, and now your profile is saved to the cloud. So if you have more than one car, or if you're going to another Tesla, it's actually going to save your driving position, your autopilot settings, and all things like that. So that's pretty handy if you've got more than one Tesla in the family. The next change comes to traffic along route. So what they've done is they've made the traffic, if you've got premium connectivity, a little bit clearer to see. So before you would have traffic on your maps, but instead of it just being a little squiggly line next to the road you're on, you can see the entire road is now shown as red for bad traffic around here at the traffic center. It goes kind of an orangey color if it's slow moving, and then blue for regular traffic. So it's just a little bit clearer to see in case you maybe want to change your route. So that's good to see. Following on from more traffic improvements, if you're driving along and you're using your navigation and you swipe up and maybe have Spotify or another application on the main part of the screen, we've now got these new navigational cards, which just look a little bit cleaner than the ones before. And they'll appear, as I say, if anything else is using up the map section of your Tesla screen. We've also got additional bottom bar customization. So if you hold down on this bar, you've now got extra features for adding things like the rear defrost and the heated steering wheel. Next, we've got big improvements to the tire pressure monitor. So before, if you wanted to check your tire pressure, you actually had to be driving and moving the car for that to work. Now what Tesla will do is it will record your current tire pressure and save that in the system. So if you're sitting in park, you can see what your tire pressure was last time the car checked. Also, it now tells you what the recommended cold pressure is. It'll say front 42 PSI and rear 42 PSI. So quite handy if you don't pump your tires up very often and you're a bit unsure of how to find your tire pressure. It's all in there on the service section of the menu. Now, there's also an undocumented change that I found, and it's within Arcade, and you can now actually uninstall games from your Tesla Model 3. So if we come across here to any game, we've got Skyforce Reloaded here, and in the bottom right of the preview, you can see it says install size of 280 megabytes, but underneath that, you've got a little blue uninstall icon. So this is maybe handy if Tesla are going to release an app store, possibly. It means you're going to have control over your games, or if you just want to free up some storage space on the internal hard drive. Okay, since the 20.9 update, which was a previous update that I didn't get until today, there's some improvements to the seatbelt tensioners. So they've actually improved this, and along with Tesla Vision and some other enhancements to this, if you're in a crash, Tesla is going to increase the rate at which this kind of does its pre-tension to help you if you are in a crash. Another new feature from the previous update is the new green traffic light chime. So this essentially means if you're at traffic lights and the light goes green, the car is going to make a slight chime just to let you know that you should be accelerating and moving away so you don't annoy anyone behind you. So to actually activate this doesn't come on by default. You need to go to autopilot, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then you'll see you've got this new green traffic light chime here at the bottom. Tick that on, and that will chime when you're at a green light. And now lastly, just a tiny improvement, we've got your battery level at the arrival of your destination. So before, if you wanted to see what battery level you would have left when you got to your destination, you would have to go to your trip graph. It now actually leaves this on by default all of the time within your maps. So you can see we've got Lytham here, and it says we'll arrive with about 41%. So there we go, that's a look at the brand new updates in the Tesla Model 3. Let me know if you've updated your car. Oh, and by the way, some people have asked me how they can support the channel. And I don't usually like doing things like this, but I've added a link to Buy Me a Coffee, where you can buy me a coffee, or my wife, who does a lot of the camera work here, if you want to support the channel. And I'll give you a shout out in a future video. Now, the next video is all going to be about one of my new favorite accessories I've got for the Tesla Model 3. You're not going to want to miss that, so make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you there.